So in this video we're just going to do a soft pastel sketch with the eye. We've already got the flat colours down. We're just going to add to it a little bit more. It's on Procreate using an iPad Pro. So we're just going to have a little look about how we make this more realistic. It's not going to go all the way through to the end because obviously it takes more than 13 minutes or so to draw the kind of eye that we want. But I thought it's nice to see something in real time. So that's what we're going to do. So now we've got everything set up, all the colours we need, the layers, and I'm drawing on the correct layer. I thought I was drawing on the correct layer. We can jump right in. I'm just blending it out a bit first, some of these edges. They are going to get messier as we go, but it can all be tidied up. I'm just blackening that bit a bit more. You can see the kind of results that you can get and the kind of control that you can get with these tools. I'm just going to darken around the eye a bit. I think with drawing eyes, it's just a case of, and especially with these tools, with this soft pastel, it's a case of just slowly building up the colours with the layers, because that comes out dark, pretty dark as I want it, but as soon as I blend it in to make it softer, it's going to be lighter. Bit of shadow here under the eye as well. Matt's got really deep set eyes. So blend that out, and that's gone quite murky. And when you use the side like that, it doesn't do it completely. So you see I went in a bit with the tip, which is a great thing about the Apple Pencil, you can use it either way. Just adding in a bit of a warm colour again, because it went a bit grey. And that's a bit better. That'll do for now. Obviously it's not finished. I won't be leaving it like that, but just bring it around a bit. So this is the crease line, so blending that in a bit. You know, not to a perfect blend, just to get a bit more of an idea of the shape and the depth of the eye. I just like to have that in place. Again, it's a bit darker in this corner, just pushing everything back a bit. No, it's got a message, and I'll keep pushing it back as we go. I'm going to add some darkness right under the brow bone as well, like I said, because his eyes are very deep set, so we need a bit of that there, and as always I'm blending it straight into the rest. I'm going to go back into the middle of the eye now, just slowly start building up these layers of the depth that we want, because his eyes are quite hooded, as I keep saying, quite deep set, so even if his eyes were quite a pale blue, the way they show up in a picture, or you know, to make something three-dimensional, is that they're dark. There's a lot of darkness around the left side and the right side, so I'm going to be adding that in now. Just change the size of my tool there. And then you can see what I'm doing with the marks that I'm making. I'm going from the middle out or outwards in, because that's the kind of shape that we have in our eyes, and it helps. It's not only what you can actually see when you look at a picture, but it also just helps with the spherical nature of the eyeball itself, helps give it that shape. And I've just spotted a little sort of yellowy tone in there, so I'm just going to add that in just for a little bit of detail. It'll probably get blended to nothing at some point, so it would be a case of popping it back in, but I like it, all these things, to be in the layers as I go. I mean, you can see my edges as well are getting a bit messy and blurred, but that's easily tidied up, so I'm not going to worry about that too much. That's just the way that I've been blending. I keep putting these edges back in, like I said, to build up the depth. We're really starting to get some of that depth now with putting the colour around the edges. As you can see, it's taken a few layers, but it's getting there. Slowly, just take quite a bit of patience. I'm just going to speed this up now because I feel like you're getting an idea of the slowly layer, blend. So we don't need to watch that in real time, so we'll just whiz through that. Just going to tidy up the edges now with a rubber. I don't want to go too white or anything because, like I said, with the eyes being deep set, it's not going to appear bright white. So I'm putting some dark in now. Again, this helps with the shape of the eye and the realism. But these things, I think, you can't just follow a formula. It's all on observation. What you're actually seeing versus what you think you know, which is a key part of drawing realistically. You really do need to let go of preconceptions and use your eyes. Look at what you're drawing more than you look at what you're doing. It's generally a good rule of thumb, especially to begin with, because you won't be able to retain all the information that you need. Probably not without practice, I would think. I mean, it's been so many years for me, I can't really remember what it was like at that stage too much, but yeah. Keep looking at what you're drawing, refer back to it, and take your information from there. So we'll just keep working here, building up a bit of depth, a bit of colour around the edges of the eye, and just helps add to that realism, as we say. And it's little by little, layer by layer, and I'm constantly blending as we go. Blending. Just making sure now that I'm pretty happy with the skin tone and everything around the eye, because I'm going to go in and put the lashes in now, just so that we can go through that a little bit together. Like I said, I'm not going to keep working this. This is part of a bigger project, so there's bound to be more touches that I do at the end. So for lashes, I create a new layer, as you can see there, and I label it lashes. And I like to work this way because then no matter what I do underneath with the skin, the lashes that I've put on are going to be the same. And if I want to change a lash, I can change it more easily without affecting the skin. So I just find this really helpful. I'm just roughly putting in some lashes now. Actually, in this image that I'm working from, the lashes are quite fair, so I need to do some light as well. So on the same layer, pick up a lighter shade and put some of that in as well. Like I said before, I'm not being too precise about this. It will all get tidied up later. And you won't see it in this video, but I would also work the same way for the eyebrows, whether on a separate layer. And rather than erasing, I would just use a lighter colour over the top. So just to show you now, this is what I was talking about. I can throw in some more depth and not worry about it affecting my lash marks underneath. And even just there, those few scruffy marks, that can just be blended in for extra depth. So I'm not worrying about that either. You see how I've still got my lashes? And I can blend that away for extra depth. And there we are, that concludes the little demo video here in real time. I know it's run a bit long because it is real time, but I did just feel like that would be appreciated, I suppose. And like I said, it's not finished, it's not finalised. Check back on my Instagram or on my YouTube channel and you'll see when it is finished, if it's not finished by the time that I actually upload this. I hope you found this useful. I would really appreciate any comments or feedback below about the kind of content that you would like to see from me. This just shows you sort of a before and after, because the left eye was at the same stage as the right eye when we started. So it's not there yet, but it's moving in the right direction. Thank you so much for sticking with me to the end. I really appreciate that. And obviously, please do like and subscribe if you would like to. Bye.